Many of you video game collectors know that the collecting market has been pretty crazy as of late, and it's mostly been on the rise. Is it because of the pandemic? Is it because we've been locked in our houses? It's hard telling, but we've just done a deep dive on the Nintendo Wii, and the market seems to kind of be falling out. So today, we're going to take a look. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking this stout just got serious by Untitled Art. This is an Imperial Stout with cocoa nibs, caramel, and milk sugar.
All right, you know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss one of our bi-weekly uploads. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's take a look at what the heck is going on with the Nintendo Wii market.
I'm WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and I want you to check out Gaming Off the Grid, tough guy.
So this video here is a little bit of a response video, if you will, kind of, to a video we did a month or so ago called Easy Money, and we were talking about how much Nintendo Wii stuff we find in the wild and how easy it is to flip, and oh, how things can change so quick in the video game market.
It's so weird because in that episode we were like, dude, we find these games all the time, they sell for a crazy amount, and now it's getting to the point where they're not selling for a crazy amount, and now we're just sitting on stacks of Wii stuff.
Yeah.
And we're like, what's going on? We started looking at the market, we started looking at the numbers, and it seems to be dropping. The Nintendo Wii market seems to be dropping, and I don't know, it could be a lot of things. It could be because it's summertime, it's post-COVID, people are trying to get outside.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's a mixture of a lot of things, but it's just crazy how within like a month or 2 months, it's just
Since the January 1st, 2021 window, the prices, and we look at a lot of common stuff because we talk about the Wii a lot as well because we find it all the time and the games. Now, there are some bangers for the Wii, the Last Story, the Metroid Trilogy, there's several others that the market's held pretty steady and even went up a little bit. But the GameCube and the Nintendo Wii seem to be the beneficiaries the most of maybe a COVID-19 impact on the market. People were inside. People are starting to get nostalgic for the Wii. They want to play the Wii bowling. What? Want to play the Wii tennis with grandma. What? Well, maybe not grandma because she probably couldn't come out. But you know the thing. People were into that stuff, and maybe that is kind of dwindling down. So it made us kind of think like, maybe now is really the time. Is this the calm before the storm? Is the Wii going to get as crazy as the GameCube? These are all hypotheticals, things that go through our crazy brains when we're video game collectors and we flip games to make money to fund this crazy hobby that we have. But we're going to talk about some specific examples of some major price changes. And let's start with the Nintendo Wii console.
Let's start with the console. So we're looking at base console, and all of our numbers and all of our facts in this episode are from PriceCharting.com. I know that it might not be the most accurate, but you got to pick something and run with it.
Yeah.
And it just gives you an idea.
It's a good database,
So
I think.
we're going to look back about 6 months, maybe a little longer than that. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning of this year, January. So in January, the Wii console sold for about $73.
Yep.
Which isn't too bad because we found it all the time and we were making really good money on it.
Yeah, and then it peaked at about $88 in 2021 in February. It was really, really hot. It was a time, there January, February, and March, if I would list a Wii, it was gone. Like it just went. I could be below market, at market, above market. It was outie. But here today, as we sit, it's sitting at about $49, and it actually bottomed out in June at $38.38.
So that's like practically cut in half.
Yeah, and we have really felt that. We, no pun intended, because here, 2-3 months ago, we were just like finding them. Pawn shops
everywhere.
Thrift stores, garage sales. So we're sitting on like 6 to 8 Nintendo Wii consoles.
That aren't selling anymore.
Yeah, and it's not hurting us too bad because we are banking on some stuff because we're going to have a vendor table and stuff at some conventions coming up. But nonetheless, of the two I have listed, I'm like, I don't know that I can let this go for $38, $40. Kind of feel like it's a two-pronged situation here. You already mentioned it. We're a little post-pandemic. We know the big D's out there. It's coming for us. It's going to take us all out. Another plague. That's all we need.
There's too many people on this earth. We need a new plague.
The other aspect, I think, to your point, is it's summer, and that typically hasn't affected me a ton on eBay. But when you've been locked inside and haven't been able to go out to bars and ball games and all those things, I think people are out just having a whaling time.
They're going out more than they ever have because they got it taken away from them. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But Here's why I'm thinking, like, now might be the time if you want to get in on the Wii. Because, you know, it's August right now when we're filming. The fall is coming. It's going to get colder up. People are going to be back inside. There's the Delta variant that's going to maybe lock down again. I don't know. Controversial, political. I don't know. But it might go back up again in these fall, winter months just because people are back inside and they want to play and they want to get active. And
some of the prices we're going to talk about today, I don't see them going much lower. I don't think you're going to be able to jump on eBay and get a Wii cheaper than $38. You'll still probably find them in the wild.
Yes.
That's, again, why we talk about the Wii so much, because we find it freaking everywhere. So we've also picked 3 common games. These games tend to be in every lot we pick up at a garage sale. You're guaranteed that one of these 3 games, if not all 3 games, are going to be there. So one that really was surprising me what it was going for over the last, I'd say 6 months to a year has been Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, which is crazy. That game I feel like has been going up and we've been finding that like crazy and selling it.
Yeah, and if you go through your Rolodex of friends who had a Wii, who didn't have Mario Kart Wii?
Yeah, one of the most common games, if not the most common.
Yeah, so it peaked this last year selling at about $32 a throw for a complete copy. And we're at the year low mark right now, as it's going for $22.69. So you go from in the 30s. I sold one CIB for $34.99. Now we're down to the low 20s. And they're starting to be hard to turn, and it's hard to let go of a game that just a few months ago you were selling for $10 higher. So it's kind of like, is it going to rebound? Is there going to be a rubber banding going on here?
It's very weird, and I don't understand the market ever. I'm always confused by it because it's going like this. It's just so weird. But now let's move on to another game that has blown my mind that it's gone this. So for all of COVID, Wii Sports has gone insane. Mm-hmm. We literally got rid of all of our copies because we were like, it's just so crazy.
And we find it so much that if we wanted to play it, dude, we're a week out from finding it.
Yeah, we'll find it again. And we were selling it like hotcakes. This game is dropping now too.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why it went for so much, but it did, and it's just weird.
And it's also at its low point for the year. It's going for about $18.49 right now for a complete copy. And it peaked this year in that $25 range. And you guys probably know Wii Sports Resort, which some of you've told us in the comments you find more than Wii Sports. We haven't experienced that, but it's at its low point right now. To your point, why the game goes for so much, I don't know. I know people love the game, they adore the game, but it was a pack-in, so there's plenty of them out there. But it's at a low point as well. And then I would say, along with these 2 games that we find all the time, is New Super Mario Brothers Wii. Amazing freaking game, by the way.
It's a phenomenal game. It's a great family game. It's just crazy because this game is also at a low for the year. This game's going for about $18.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is, like, in March, it was going for about $27, so that's another $10 dip within a couple months.
Yeah, it's crazy that that August price that we have, that $18.25. I was selling disc-only copies a few months ago for roughly that price.
Yeah, and this is complete in box play.
Because, I mean, guys, the funnest thing when you get a Wii out in the wild, you got to plug it in and hit the eject button.
Oh, that is so much fun.
And one in particular that you picked up, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, was in there. So it's just a very unique thing. So we kind of see what's going on, right? We're coming down. You guys can tell us in the comment section why you think that is. We have our guesses at it. I think you've nailed it right on the head, honestly, with it being a little post-pandemic and then a little bit of the weather seasonality of the times that we're in. But do you think it's going to go any lower? Some people have this thing in their head that video game prices will never go down. Oh yeah, they will.
They will eventually.
Is the GameCube gonna see? I haven't even looked at the GameCube, but is it gonna start creeping down a little bit too?
I don't think anytime soon, but I think eventually it will.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. But I don't think the Wii will go lower than about where we're at right now. I could be totally wrong. We could be maybe filming something like this again in 3, 4, 5 months and be like, holy shit, Mario Kart Wii's like a $13 game.
Which would be crazy.
But that drastic jump, we're seeing $10 to $20 drops in games in a few freaking months. I don't know. Is this thing going to bottom out?
It's so weird. It's all hypothetical because you don't know what's going to happen with everything in the market. It's just crazy. But why are we talking about the Wii? And why should you go out and get a Wii right now if you don't have one? Because the Nintendo Wii is amazing, and I feel like a lot of people sleep on it.
Yeah.
It's such a heavy machine. You can do so many things. Family console, amazing for that. Light gun games, amazing for that. It's hackable. You can play GameCube games on it. It's just, if you don't have a Wii and you're like thinking about, maybe I kind of want a Wii, I think now is the time to get one.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing console, and that's coming from someone that when it came out,
You hated it.
I hated it. I shit all over it because it had motion controls. And honestly, even if you're not a fan of motion controls, which I would say if I'm given the option of motion or non-motion, I pick the non-motion controls. But some of them are really good. And two, there's so many options to not use motion controls on a lot of the games.
You know, Wii classic controller and plug it into the Wiimote. It's
GameCube controller.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to play the Wii. It's such an awesome console, and it's like really cheap right now.
Yeah,
guys. So
yeah, it's crazy. When I seen that price of the console going for $38, I'm like,
you're like,
really?
holy crap!
Like I was just selling them for like 75. Like, what happened?
That's why we're sitting on 8.
Yeah. Whoa. And that quick of a drop is
it's
just
weird.
seems very rapid. But nonetheless, you guys might want to read your own mail and look into this because I definitely think we are in a bit of a valley. So it might be time to strike if you're wanting your Wii Sports fix. If Grandma's coming to town.
She got her vaccine.
Yeah. And you want to play some bowling with her.
She's ready to play.
You know, Grandma, she's got a good wrist. She's good at bowling. So,
Grandpa told me all about her wrist. Jesus Christ.
This beer, Untitled Art, what'd you call it? This stout just got serious. This
stout,
shit
yeah.
just got serious. They kind of like blur it out like they're cussing. This was a gift to us from Captain Algebra.
Yeah, he was here last weekend.
Yeah.
He gave us a shit ton of beers, so you're probably going to be seeing a lot of it on the channel. This is an Imperial Stout with cocoa nibs, caramel, and milk sugar, canned by Untitled Art, and it says Chocolate Shop Ice Cream Company. Maybe it's a collaboration. I'm not sure. But what do you think of this beer?
So this isn't our first rodeo with Untitled Art, and they've typically been a beer that we fawn over. We love
really
their
good.
stuff, and this beer is fantastic. I'm hoping I'm not just giving it too high of a score because we can't get many stouts in our area because it's summer.
Yeah, we've been drinking a lot of IPAs and lighter beers, and we were both like, man, I'm in the mood for a delicious stout.
Yeah, and this, I mean, it literally tastes like a fudge sundae. Like, it is so good. The Imperial side, way, way, way beyond the finish of the beer. I do have a little bit of tickle or burn in my throat from the barrel aging process. But wow, as it cascades over the tongue, through the mouth, this is just a dessert stout, and it's amazing.
This is a complicated stout. This is a smooth stout. I will say my initial reaction was like, whoa, because there was a lot going on, and then like the flavor that stays and lingers and just like that's powerful in this beer is the caramel.
Yeah.
And the caramel is so smooth. It literally tastes like I'm drinking caramel. Like, which I've done before. So I know. Dude, it's so good, this beer.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
It makes
blessed.
me want a Sunday.
Yeah, well, and it's not. Tomorrow's Sunday, so
A Sunday fun day.
yeah, there you go.
Not another run day. You know that song?
Yeah, oh yeah, I do. That's the I don't have to run day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's her one day of the week that her husband doesn't make her go for a run.
Jesus. That's what the song is about. It's a little note for you guys.
Anyways, guys, check it out. Check out the Nintendo Wii market, especially if you can't get out and game hunt. I'm not a big fan. I don't think Robert is either of paying market prices for anything. We're cheapskates,
Yep.
and we go out, but we do spend a lot of time out hunting. But if you don't have the time and you're like, hey, eBay, bam, prices are low. They are low right now. They are the lowest point of the year in a lot of cases, not all cases. There's some games that have held steady, some are climbing, but for the most part, in the common stuff, we're about right there.
Yeah. So now is the time, guys. Jump on the Wii. Don't sleep on it. And if you're one of those cynical people that says the Wii sucks, no, it doesn't. You're lying. Just try it.
Yeah, maybe you suck, buddy.
Whoa, chief.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Huh?
Coach.
Yeah, coach, chief, bud. Settle down, bud. Anyways, guys, we appreciate you tuning in and subscribing to the channel. We'll see you next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid. Pinky, settle down, bud.
He stays so calm.
Yeah.
Even when he bites him.
He's just, ah! Ah!
The long gap in between.
Oh, and then the funniest part to me is his scream is almost like someone put the audio in there because it's like exactly the same length and sound.
And then just again.
Yeah. He's a fun-loving cat.
As soon as he says it, he goes, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, he says,
Fuck
no,
you.
I'm not. I'm really not, bud. He goes, Pinky, settle down, bud. You can have it.
Flop D, bro.
I'm playing in Flop D.
Oh, dude, that song's so good. What are you playing?
Flop D. It's nuts.
Let's try this.
Let's see what this beer tastes like, buddy.
First one of the day. This nose is really good. Whoa. Wow. That caramel, dude.
Yep. That's tasty.
That's pure.
This shit be tasting. Dude, that shit has some motherfucking taste, son. Let's fucking go.
One and done, dude. One and done.
Yeah. No chance in hell, yeah.